Greetings everybody. Okay, so this is part 2 of the throttle body swap out for the Cook's truck. That on the left hand side is a shiny new 70mm billeted throttle body from F&B Performance Products. Throttle position sensor, IAC, vacuum line, throttle for the linkages. Outside of course being the throttle, and the inside of course being the kickdown for the transmission. Okay, so what we're going to do, here's your factory. We're going to take the, back that off a bit. Okay, and we're going to take the factory sensors off. We're going to put them onto the billeted piece, factory. Factory again are held on with Torx screws, got a Torx head on the nut driver to unscrew those, and everything else to fasten the 70mm throttle body back onto the truck again is all Allen, and to tighten up the sensors and remove the sensors are Allen as well. So we'll walk you through that. In the back you can see that's the Powerade throttle body that I don't shamelessly say I have. Like I say, I was the one that even said I wouldn't recommend the money on it, even though I spent a bit of loot. So hey, you know, I started off once too, right? So anyway, the throttle body Powerade, that's the spacer, right? Here's the adapter for the throttle linkage and the tranny linkage, kickdown linkage. Again, it's got the spacer nut because it's has to have the same space. That's why that's recommended with that. So this and this comes with the kit, and it just works up with a longer set of bolts. And again, that was the 10mm. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to take the Torx driver, get these out. Set aside. I'm working on my speed of taking this off and putting it back on because I plan to, I didn't have this when I made my first runs at Mission Raceway. So basically I had everything else except for the throttle body. I had the super chip and the headers and the exhaust system, yak, running better fuel, higher octane fuel. Even had a bucket of the octane booster that you saw in one of my other videos before, right? So anyway, take out the screws, put them back in, right? Find them again for the next time. Okay, IAC is a little trickier just due to the fact that it's got an O-ring. So this isn't too bad. I think it's getting it back out of the 70mm once it's in there is trickier. So anyway, it's just compressed, right? O-ring, right? Everything in here. So there you have it, factory, without the sensors, ready to go in the box, right? Put everything back the way you got it. So again, Torx. So throttle position sensor, IAC, bigger vacuum line. I just crammed the vacuum line that's stock with it on the truck. Eventually I will have to replace my vacuum line because I've overstretched it. That's bad juju. Heat under the engine, under the hood, and stretching things out, right? So anyway, this will pop into place. Give it a little twist and loving. Give it a turn. Again, 1 and 1. Factory board, so that you can just swap stuff off and on. Just basically you don't want to try and find these parts and mix and match them. If they're not ported out, get them ported out to the size that you need. They do that. F&B throttle bodies. Why do I talk about it? Because I own one. I researched it. I liked it. I researched stuff for you guys, and hopefully you like it. And some shameless YouTuber never hurts either, right? So anyway, get that first one in. Don't tack it down too hard right away. Again, looking obviously won't fit. You want to put it with the connector for the sensor at the top near the vacuum line. Now I believe when it comes off of the factory that it's actually the reverse, but because of the billeted pieces being so close to one another, it's just reverse. The reading is going to be the same. The opening and everything is still the same. Alright. Oops, beg your pardon. Those are actually the ones that hold the throttle body on the engine. My apologies. Okay, so get that in. There we go. Torque them down just hand tight. I hand tighten. I don't look for a factory spec. I didn't bring an inch-pound torque wrench, although I have one, but just basically until you can hear the little bite. That's it. They don't have to be janked on there so hard that you crack any of the plastic and stuff, or you'll be going out and paying Canadian, probably 135 for another sensor. You guys in the States, lucky on you. I'm gonna have to look through down there if I ever want to get some sensors, because they're ridiculously expensive up here. Anyway, Torx, factory, screws are back in, sensors are out. F&B, 70 millimeter. Look, right inside. See, smaller, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, more air. Okay. Anyway, so this and this came with the 70 millimeter. Came with a burst-proof Vollrath coupler. So as you can see, because it's billeted, it's made for boost, so you can slam boost on this bad boy and it's not going to burst off. Cook wishes he had boost. Maybe in this lifetime he might even be able to get some boost on the truck.